The race for the undisputed crown at the cruiserweight division is on, my people. It's on. The question is, who's going to be crowned king? Is it Opetaia, Badu Jack, or Zurdo Remirez? Which man will be crowned king? Because those three guys, they hold all the belts, man. Do you know what I mean? Badu Jack, he's got the WBC title. Japaya, he's got the IBF and the Ring Magazine titles. Zurdo Remirez, he's got the WBO and the WBA titles, man. Do you know what I mean? So we need these guys to lock horns and unify the belts, man. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I want to say straight off the bat, straight off the bat, I want to keep it real. We can forget about Badu Jack, man. Do you know what I mean? Badu Jack, at 41 years old, like he does not want any of that smoke, bro. He doesn't want the smoke with Zurdo Remirez, and he doesn't want the smoke with Japaya. So we can count out Badu Jack. But the only thing is, what the fuck are they gonna do with his WBC title? Do you know what I mean? Is Badu Jack gonna relinquish his title? Do you know what I mean? Are the WBC gonna strip him of the title if he refuses to fight? These are questions that still have to be answered. Do you know what I mean? Because Japaya and Zurdo Remirez is looking like these two are gonna meet at the fourth quarter. We're probably talking October, November. These guys are gonna lock horns, to unify the titles. Do you know what I mean? But there's gonna be one more belt left for undisputed. What I'm thinking is Badu Jack either retires, because he is old, either retires and goes off to the sunset, and then when Zurdo Remirez and Japaya slug it out, that is it the WBO? No, that WBC title, will be on the line. Do you know what I mean? If that WBC title is on the line, then Ramirez and Japaya can slug it out for undisputed. Do you know what I mean? That's the scenario that I think a lot of us boxing fans will want to see. Do you know what I mean? Whether we're gonna get it, we still have to wait and see how things develop in the cruiserweight division. But one thing that I am certain of is Japaya and Zurdo Remirez, they are on a collusion course. That fight should be happening because I heard a quote from Eddie Hearn, the promoter for Japaya. He said that they are absolutely going hard to make that fight happen between Zurdo Remirez and Japaya. Do you know what I mean? That is the fight that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, Japaya himself and his team, that is the only fight, that they want next. No one else. Do you know what I mean? They don't want no Chris Smith. They don't want that. For me personally, that's a waste of time. There's no point fighting Chris Smith. We already saw what Zurdo Remirez done to him. Absolutely, do you know what I mean? Like, smoked him. And Zurdo Remirez, for me, I'm not going to lie, I don't rate him highly. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want no Japaya fighting Chris Smith, because that's what I'm hearing from some quarters, isn't it? People are saying, yo, do you know what I mean? Japaya, why don't you fight Chris Smith? You know what I mean? As a stay busy fight, whatever. Listen, Japaya doesn't need to waste his time, because what happened there when Japaya fought Claudio Square? He got crazy criticism for it. Do you know what I mean? Easy work, but criticism. People are saying Japaya is fighting some bombs. Do you know what I mean? He's fighting weak opposition. Now, if Japaya was to go and fight Chris Smith and smokes him, do you know what I mean? Knocks him out or TKOs him, the same critics are going to come out and say, yo, Japaya, you're fighting easy fights. Do you know what I mean? So Japaya can't win, man. Do you know what I mean? So Japaya right now needs to have his business mind on. Do you know what I mean? His eyes should be fully focused on undisputed crown. That is it. Becoming the king of the cruiserweight division. Do you know what I mean? Undisputed king, and then moving up to the heavyweight division. Do you know what I mean? Like, that should be his plan for the next 8 months. That's it. That's the only target he's got. No one else. No more Chris Smith. No more Claudio Square. We don't want to see that. Do you know what I mean? Because I rate Japaya highly. Now, Zurdo Remirez, he's been talking a lot of shit as well. Do you know what I mean? He's been guying Japaya recently. I think he was criticizing or questioning the resume of Japaya, saying that, listen, man, the opponents he's fought, they're not all that, basically. Do you know what I mean? They're not as competitive or the caliber of fighters that Zurdo Remirez has fought. I just wanted to say this to Zurdo Remirez. Listen, man, your biggest fight, yeah, well, the biggest name on your resume, if I can just check, I believe, yeah, is Dimitri Bivol. Do you know what I mean? For Zurdo Remirez, his biggest name, the biggest name on his resume is Dimitri Bivol, and Dimitri Bivol beat you, man. Do you know what I mean? So the biggest name on your resume, you lost to them. Do you know what I mean? That was Bivol. Do you know what I mean? For me personally, Japaya is just a bigger version of Bivol. Do you know what I mean? Bivol operated the light heavyweight division, and then Japaya operated the cruiserweight division. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the same problems you had with Dimitri Bivol, like, you're gonna get it about 5 to 10 times worse against Japaya. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be a long night for you, do you know? And I'm not even trying to be like too biased towards Japaya. I'm just looking at the skills of Japaya and what he brings to the table from what I've seen, what I've witnessed with my own eyes in a fight that Japaya has been involved in. And I've looked at Zurdo Remirez and some of his performances, yeah. And I've put 2 and 2 together, and me personally, and this is my opinion, I make Japaya favorite for that fight. When Japaya and Zurdo do meet, I make Japaya favorite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. Well, of course, no fight is easy, especially Zurdo Remirez being a champion as well, world champion. So it's not gonna be easy. He's gonna come in there, he's gonna give his best. But I feel like the skill set and the abilities of Japaya will be too much for Zurdo Remirez. Now, I've heard other people making Zurdo Remirez favorite against Japaya, and I understand that. I hear the arguments, like, I understand, I get it. Listen, it's boxing. Everyone's got their own opinion, but for me, yeah, like, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Do you know what I mean? And my predictions so far, for people that follow this channel, my predictions have been spot on. I haven't had a prediction wrong yet, and I'm talking about predicting the rounds that fight will end at. Do you know what I mean? And if you doubt it, I'll go receipts, man. Go check the videos in my channel. Go check the watch alongs is there. You know what I mean? And I know people in the comments can vouch for me as well. So I can only see, yeah, Japaya becoming the undisputed king in the cruiserweight division. I say in the next 6 to 8 months, that's going to happen. Probably sooner. Do you know what I mean? It just depends what happens with Badu Jack, he's 41 years old. For me personally, he should retire and let someone else fight for that belt. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. And also with Zurdo Remirez criticizing Opetaia and looking at his resume and saying, yo, he hasn't fought nobody. Like, for me, it's kind of like trying to like divert the attention in. It's like, he's not answering the question. Like, what us the boxing fans and everyone else is asking Zurdo Remirez is, we want you to fight Opetaia next, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? We want you to fight Opetaia. Do you know what I mean? Like, we want you next. Are you going to fight him? You're not answering the question. But then you want to divert things and talk about Japaya's resume and criticizing and stuff like that. No, yo, we don't care. If Japaya's resume is weak, yeah, and you're so strong and you're so much better than him, then it should be easy to make the fight, then, innit? Do you know what I mean? It should be easy to make the fight. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a big deal because you're better. Your resume is better. You're for better fighters. You're the better fighter. So it should be an easy night for you. Do you know what I mean? So you should target Japaya. Do you know what I mean? You beat him, you become the king of the cruiserweight division. Job done, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Listen, I like Zurdo Remirez, man. He's a cool guy, man. But I'm just talking about becoming the undisputed king of the cruiserweight division. My belief is the way from everything I've seen, like I said, Japaya all day long, man. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that Eddie Hearn is pursuing that fight, for me, that's there for next up. Now, obviously, Zurdo Remirez, he's got some business to handle at the Honda Center. He's got a fight against Yonel Dorticos on 20th of June. So in about, what is it, next week? In about 2 weeks' time, that fight is on. So if Zurdo Remirez is that good like he claims he is, he's gonna get past this Dorticos guy. I think it should be a tough fight, but he should get through it. He through that fight because he's the better fighter. He gets through that, then we've got a unification fight with Japaya. Like I said, man, fourth quarter, maybe like October, November. We're looking at around about that. For me, really September. Do you know what I mean? September, October latest. Let's get that fight. And let's get the undisputed champion of the cruiserweight division. Let's get the name of that guy once and for all, man. And then after that, I want to see Japaya move up to the heavyweight division. And also, I've seen a lot of people criticizing Japaya. You know what I mean? Just like they're saying, Louis, find weak opposition, etc., etc. Who was he for? Listen, at the end of the day, I don't see no one calling out Japaya. All these other tough guys that you guys claim to be, like, no one's calling out Japaya. Do you know what I mean? And Japaya, he doesn't come across as the guy that is shook of anyone to me. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he'll challenge himself against anyone. So unless you call him out, keep it stush, keep it quiet. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I want to leave you at that, man. I just wanted to talk to you about Opetaia, Zurdo Remirez, Badu Jack, the road to undisputed crown in the cruiserweight division. Like I said, man, for me, it's Opetaia all day long. Zurdo Remirez, he has to handle business in a few weeks' time. Then we get that unification fight. Badu Jack, please retire. Relinquish the belt, or the WBC, please strip him. Do you know what I mean? So that we can get the undisputed fight. Do you know what I mean? But I want to leave you at that, man. Guys and girls, let me know in the comments who you think is going to become the undisputed king at the cruiserweight division. Let me know in the comments. I really appreciate that. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.